Hello, hello, beautiful. Welcome to a recording of another podcast episode, which is Love Goddess Podcast. Don't you just love the word Love Goddess? Can you just tap into the entire idea of what it means to become your own, very own version of a love goddess? I can teach you all the teachings, and I can tell you what she is and who she is and how she behaves. In the end, she is your own version of the woman that you are, and there is no cookie cutter process here. You are really creating her for yourself based on your own values, based on your own belief system, and based on your goals, your dreams, your desires for life, right? She's going to be different for every single woman, but the basics are going to be the same. She's always going to be high value. She is always going to be tapped into her turn on, her passion, her desire. Not just desire for sex, but desire for life. Desire to play a bigger game in life. She is an ambitious woman. However, she knows how to tap into the femininity, into the playfulness, right? That is who Love Goddess is. And she is confident. She knows who she is. She is tapped into her own true values, and she is, I would say, hard to get because she's not open to every single person that comes her way to open herself up. She guards her boundaries, she guards herself, and she sets those boundaries for herself and people that come into contact with her. And only very few, only just a few of them that are able to get through to her, as far as she must develop trust first for that person before she opens up. That is her way of protecting. You can share stuff with people, just don't share too much. So that is, and those are the basics. And then how, like, the personality, you give personality to your love goddess however personality you want. This could be a mysterious woman like Dita Fontees. This could be light and airy girl next door, Jennifer Aniston, right? This could be J-Lo. It's your playground. You create your own love goddess for yourself, for your own life, and that's the beauty of it. And that's the magic of you owning your life and you creating your own life for yourself, right? And so I want to share with you more insight on the three types of women that I'm working with. And the three types of women are femmes, love goddesses, and Cleopatras. And it has become clear to me when I was going through my own ideal client process and I was trying to identify who is the woman that I'm speaking with. The reason why I struggle to get my coaching going is because I thought I was speaking to one woman and I thought I had one archetype, where I just recently realized I have entire three completely different archetypes, completely different women that I am working with. No wonder I'm being pulled to so many directions because, I speak about this and I speak about this and I speak about this. And there's all these women that I'm speaking with. And it didn't dawn on me until I started seeing, first of all, that my boudoir clients are not necessarily my coaching clients, right? And moreover, some boudoir clients may be my coaching clients, right? But there are three types of women that I am speaking with, right? The type one is the majority of women who are kind of, and I kind of build them up from the bottom up, because here we have majority of women, a lot of women want this. and then there is a like a higher level and a higher level, right? So let me share with you who they are. So first I have femmes. Femmes are my women who want to feel sexy and beautiful. They don't need coaching. They don't have any problems. They just don't feel sexy. They feel like there's like a little bit of that lack of desire, and like it would be nice to dress up or put makeup on and go do a boudoir session or go do like a sensual dance class, or learn how to do like the styling and the makeup and like everything that we are doing in the Love Goddess app. So those are my women that just want that way to respark themselves, to turn themselves back on a little bit, right? Then I have my love goddesses. Love goddesses are women who are seeking that confidence, right? Love goddesses are women who are very disconnected from their true values, and they are thinking that they need to be someone else and pretend to be that woman, and by doing that they are going away further and further from who they truly are, and they feel a sense of discontent. They feel the sense of like darkness, that they're not connected to their authenticity because they are truly not living their true life, true potential, true to who they are. And the crazy part, they don't even know who they are. They have disconnected from that woman so far away because they've been living their lives for their husbands, their kids. These are the women who a lot of times I hear lost themselves, and they're trying to find themselves again. Right? And the crazy part, we as women, we all go through stages and we grow, and at certain points there is that new version on a horizon that we are just about to reach, and that new version is like the version of you that has not yet become you, right? It has not yet come to fruition. But it's also not like the current version of you is no longer you either, and so you are kind of like in this in between space. So that is when women say, I've lost myself. And the good news is, if you lost yourself, you can find yourself again and rediscover yourself again, but it's going to be a new version, the better version, and a much more authentic version of who you are. Right? So those are my love goddesses. Love goddesses are seeking to step into their confidence. They're seeking to learn how to dress differently. They're seeking to find their personal style. They're seeking to find themselves. They are seeking to feel more authentic and in line with who they are. They're seeking their own voice. They're seeking to create more boundaries for people. They're seeking to say more no's. They're seeking to be more powerful and more confident going through life, right? And we go through the entire transformation, and is what I call transformation from gray duckling to a shining love goddess. We go and transform the way these women look. We go and transform the way these women present themselves to the world, the way they walk into a room and demand attention. And of course, since we are all love goddess related, we are doing this through the path of sexuality. And we are embodying and incorporating sexuality, and we also learning who we are as sexual women, sexual erotic women in the process, and how that element translates into your relationship at home as well. And we having the entire transformation of you, that then in return it creates the transformation within your relationship as well. Right? So these are my love goddesses. Love goddesses are women who lost themselves, who are on a path of finding their new version of themselves and finding that confidence that they're seeking, and finding that power that they're seeking, incorporating that sexual element into their lives as well. Then my most favorite type of archetype of clients that I'm working with, because I am that person myself, are Cleopatras, right? And Cleopatra is a woman who is above a love goddess. So she knows who she is. She's pretty confident in herself. She does not need to find herself, but it comes at a price. She is very much in her masculine. So she found, like, that's a love goddess, almost like the artificial love goddess that, yes, she's confident, but she's not living authentic life, because she's living it from a very masculine place, right? And so during the path of a love goddess, we are learning to tap into our feminine energy and create from the feminine energy and live from the feminine energy, right? And Cleopatras are women who are very much, they're in charge, in power. They are leaders of their companies, they're business owners, they are they are leading their teams in corporate life. These are women in power. These are women in charge. These are women who found themselves, they know themselves, but they're struggling enjoying their lives because they're constantly tired, constantly burned out. They are constantly unhappy because they're tired. They're not able to replenish themselves. They're living life from their schedules, from their to-do list, and there's very little room for play and pleasure. Very little room for enjoying life. Very little room for like doing fun things in life. And that's why they're unhappy, because there is not enough room for them to even enjoy life. They're so busy. They're so busy being their masculine self. Those women also find themselves attracting very feminine men. They always wear the pants. They are in charge all the time. And so the men that they do attract are men that usually will submit to them simply because of that power dynamic, right? And they would not be attracting a man who is also a powerful man, who's a masculine man, because masculine, like two sides of a magnet, they detract, right? Where feminine and masculine, there has to be that balance. So a lot of these women dream and desire to have that super powerful masculine men in their lives, and yet they end up with these feminine men because they don't understand or don't see themselves as that energy. They don't see themselves that they're so deeply sucked into that energy of being a masculine and operating everything from a masculine place and living from that very like controlling place too. And so and they can't fulfill their dream of having a masculine man because they don't let go the control. They don't let go of tapping into that feminine that requires releasing that control a lot. So that is another problem Cleopatras might struggle with. Cleopatras struggle with just like really not having that breathing room. They're always tired, burned out. They don't give themselves permission to go and enjoy life because they think I need to work all the time or I need to take care of family. And they don't give themselves permission to go out and enjoy life or be more playful in life and create more joy and fun experiences in life. And so that is where I help Cleopatras to really design their irresistible life that includes those elements, that includes the element of play, that includes the element of friendships, that includes the living, right? Like we have enough working, right? Like where's living? So that includes the living element and like creating that irresistible life. And what's most important, from that feminine way, from that feminine perspective. When we are operating our lives from that masculine way, we are living an imbalanced life. And so that's actually, I know I got that time to take all that time to do the introduction into the 3 archetypes that I wanted to talk to you about. But I want to focus on this aspect right here about the feminine masculine balance. And I know that we have talked about this in the past, and this is an ongoing subject, and we're gonna continue talking because that is what we struggle with. It's almost oxymoron when women on the path of a love goddess, the first stage that women go into is that their confidence, their power, right? And surprisingly enough, that stage of finding their power requires for them to step into their masculine. And that's because that is the path that I have followed. And that's the only path. You got to go through stepping into your masculine to find your empowered feminine. I'm going to repeat that because that's even like a revelation for me. You have to step into your masculine first to find your empowered feminine. That is why the path of a love goddess, women who are seeking that confidence piece in their life, that authenticity, it requires stepping into their boundaries, stepping into their masculine. It requires action steps. So love goddess is very much learning how to be powerful, how to be masculine. But here's the challenge that I see my love goddesses experience after going through the program and not getting into the next level, which is Cleopatra's, where we talk about the balance of things. My love goddesses find themselves now in a very masculine place, where in the past they had relationship that was masculine and feminine. Now they're fighting for, now there is a masculine and a masculine energy. And what does that do to a relationship? Detract. Unless your man goes into his feminine more, right? And then the balance will be preserved. But is that something that you want in your relationship? This is something that you need to ask what kind of dynamic you want, and is your man willing to go there, right? But when you have a masculine and a masculine, it's just not gonna work. You're gonna create more tension. The art of shifting is what we are mastering in the Cleopatra level, right? The art of shifting into your feminine for your masculine man, shifting into your feminine energy for your date night, for your sex night, for your whatever that might be. Like it requires shifting back into your feminine in a much more empowered way. Still have your masculine priorities intact, boundaries intact, values intact, still very much structured and protected on that level, but also not now knowing the rules of the game, you now can break the rules of the game and tapped into your feminine. I don't know if I said it correctly. I feel like it could be misinterpreted, but I'm gonna leave it like that, right? So it doesn't mean that your masculine is more important. That's not at all what I said. What I said is feminine and masculine are two sides of the same coin. You gotta have both, and you gotta learn how to balance the two. But it is when you are always in your masculine, that's that you've learned to create that powerful woman, that confident woman, and you always live in that persona of a confident, powerful woman. You are very much living from your to-do list and from your very masculine place. It is when you learn to shift into your feminine energy each and every time that requires constant work and constant mastery. And it's not easy, but that is what makes you the most epic, irresistible woman and a seductress, and knowing where to have your power and knowing where to release your power and tap into your feminine element, and maybe even give that power out and submit, right? and it is very important to learn the art of balancing, to have that balanced life at home with your husband, right? So important. So with that, my love, this is the topic for the week. We are talking, and we're going to continue talking about the art of balancing our masculine and the feminine energy, right? And if you are ready to step into any of the archetypes that I have shared with you, femmes are archetypes that are great for sensual dance, just learning how to dress up, do the makeup, how to sex. We're creating an app for that. The boudoir session, those are my femmes. I know I didn't talk much about femme, maybe next time. But my love goddesses are women who want to find that confidence, that power, tap into that irresistible, sexy woman within, right? And if you are that woman, I'm offering coaching packages I'm going to share with you in a second. Or we will be relaunching Love Goddess Academy soon, but that I will share with you next time, right? Or if you are in the Cleopatra level, like I have a one-on-one package for you. In fact, I'm gonna go with the VIP offer because that is my favorite, right? What is VIP offer? VIP offer is 2 days with me, 1 day's coaching where we are learning to create that balanced life and outline your irresistible life that you're going to be living, right, from now on, and become that feminine woman and live your life from a feminine perspective where things just flow at you, right? And you're not gonna burn yourself out trying to make things happen. And the step 2 of the VIP day, or should I say the day number 2 of the VIP day, VIP retreat, is boudoir session with me, where you get to step into your sexy woman, and you get to embody her and see her and create art out of her. And she's super important. I want for you to put that wall art on your wall, enjoy her every single day that you wake up, and get excited, because that bad boy right there on the wall is you, goddess, and you always remember who the fuck you are. And with that, my love, I'm gonna finish and wrap this episode up, and I will see you tomorrow on the topic of the art of balance. Well,